Etiefo ya mwakwa baba Daily Likee TV ya besebsene na machane isua mobe hete andomambe subscribe bomba like ashama wane pensimi bi etieso enye bi etie mesese mobe jemre ni adaje ni mongrense ni monkweti sama ne de etiefo etwagu na Mahama ni papa etiefo ayefena Alhaji Sahid Sinari Bubakaya NDC former ambassador ewo Egypt na wode nsem bi abatutu dwa na ze ohwe ensem na Alhaji Sahid Sinari dia batudwa na otunse expose Kesi pa na ensem ni nyina efa bosia MPP4 akwaje ho from 120 billion to 650 billion no wode mu nsem ba yentie
is Zongo, and the Zongo is what? Is NDC. So for me, whether Bawumia is a Muslim or whatever.
But if it were so, if the NDC is Zongo and the Zongo is NDC,
yeah.
Why are they still lagging behind by way of development? Why?
But I'm saying that, my brother, we did our best. We did our best.
But was it enough?
We did our best, and we'll continue to do our best again when we come back to power. Like I said earlier in my submission, I said, what has the MPP added up to what we did in the past? Nothing.
At least almost places of convenience.
Ball pay. Ball pay. You know? And I want to touch on this particular. I want to also advise some of our MPs. You know, some of them. A lot of them I know. A lot of them, and I tell them this: look, these elections, they should make sure that they bring every single body on board. These elections. There are some of them who I'll say are very arrogant in their approach and all that kind of thing. Some of them feel that they lost, they won against their opponent, so they're not going to bring their opponent on board. And for me, that is something that is...
I'll come back to this issue when we are closing. But let's stay on Zongo development. Yeah. Now, a Zongo and inner city ministry. Now, I agree about me 3 minutes. Zongo or Ghana. Why do you pick it out by way of policy initiative? Like I said, may drive policy be said by why should it be? Why should there be an exclusive policy for those living in Zongo communities? Why?
For me, I don't see it here or there. You know what I'm trying to say? Why? Like what you just said.
Yeah.
You know, why should they have it as just a single, what's it called, a ministry?
Yeah.
You know, what has happened to that particular ministry?
It's gone.
It's gone. So for me, that's why I said it's not here nor there.
So it was a burden on the taxpayer, eh?
Why not? What did they do? You know, they just embezzled or whatever funds that was meant for that particular ministry, whatever funds was meant for the Zongo community was not used. You know what I'm trying to say? There's so many bad rules, like I said, health centers and all that. You know, schools, for instance. Look at the schools that John Dramani Mahama put up, the E-blocks.
The E-blocks.
You know, how many we completed about 76 or so when we left power. It was initially 200. What did they do to all those E-block schools? Did they continue them? This particular government, they didn't. They didn't. You know, a lot of them were in the Zongo communities, for instance. You know, so for me, look, their best bet for the Zongo community is for them to vote the NDC back to power like they've always been doing. We are going to improve their lives. You know, we're going to make sure that we're going to put money in people's pockets. We're going to tackle the unemployment, issues in the Zongo communities. Because, and their facilities, their health facilities, for instance, their roads facilities, their school facilities. These are the basic things that the Zongo people need at the end of the day. You know, is to improve their lives. And that's what we do best, inshallah. And for me, I know John will not disappoint them at the end of the day. He has done it before, and he will do it again come 2024 when he's voted back into power as President of the Republic of Ghana.
Said him, Honorable Joyce Bawumia, he was out the same question. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has just a term.
Yeah.
But what Kasat said here, one never bet your mind Ghana. One term.
Oh, yes.
Adane no masa.
Okay, let's go back to John's term. In 3 years. 3 years. Remember when John won the 2012 elections?
Yeah.
1 year was the court case and all that kind of thing. So 1 year just went along. In 3 years, look at the infrastructure development that John Dramani Mahama did for this country. The roads, electricity, you name what? Massive. In 3 years. So tell me, come 2024, he will do more than what he did in the past. And I trust him.
But remember, times are different now. I mean, look at what you're about inheriting. His Excellency John Mahama agrees that the Aquaria so.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact. That is why, at the end of the day, when we come back to power, we have to let the Ghanaian people know. Look, this is what they left behind. If it's $2 million or whatever, this is what is here. This is what is here. Let the public know. Let them know exactly what they left behind, so that we know when we pick up from where they left us, then we improve the lives of our people. Definitely, look, at the end of the day, I'm so 100% confident that John Dramani Mahama will not disappoint the people of Ghana. Look, I said this to a friend of mine. I said, no matter how useless the NDC party will be, or they think it will be, it is far better than this ruling government.
Hey.
Oh, I'm telling you the truth. Because we've performed better.
Is that to say that we are settling for less?
No, we're not settling for less.
Okay.
I'm saying that this government, my brother, look at the mess that they have caused. Look at the mass borrowing. From John's time, how much did we borrow?
When you were living, it was 122
Today we are
billion.
talking about 650 billion Ghana cedis.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing to boast about it. Where? Tell me, what have they done with all this big man, just all big borrowing? Tell me. People are still poor. People are still poor. Unemployment is so high in this great country of ours. So what have they done? Tell me. The best thing, the people of
you
this
say
country,
people are still poor?
People are still poor.
When you were in government, were people not still poor?
People are poor. I'm saying that it's worse.
Okay.
You know, that's what I'm talking about. I said about corruption. I said the corruption level of this government is like this. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's like this, you know. So the best bet for this country, Mother Ghana, the Ghanaian people should not disappoint us come December 7, 2024. They must get and vote massively for John Dramani Mahama to bring a change into people's lives.
Let me read to you a few things that government indicated when you go to the website of the Zongo and Inner City Development Ministry. Few things that they indicated that they've done within some of the Zongo communities. And they attach figures. I'll ignore the figures and then just state. For instance, in 2019, they said by way of achievement, management and administration, they said they drafted Zongo Development Fund regulations, and then 14 staff were recruited to augment the existing staff of the Zongo and Inner City, the Zongo Fund, now totaling 24 staff. This is in 2019, and these are some of their achievements. By way of social development, they said 250 youth trained in software development in Ashanti and Greater Accra regions. And then they launched solid waste source segregation program in 5 communities in Nima, Mamobi, Newtown, Ashaman, and Medina. They also did some legal aid, and they said legal aid provided to the vulnerable communities in Cape Coast Municipality in collaboration with UCC Law Faculty and Apewosika and some other areas. And then they also talk about training they provided for 25 gender activists from 5 regions. This is 2019.
My brother, for me, all that they have said, all that you have read today, I'll have to verify this because these people, they can lie.
Oh, it's on their website.
On their own website. Everybody can put anything
But
on
my
the website.
question, if you hear my question, maybe you understand.
Yeah.
My question is, per all that I've read, are these the expectation by way of development of the people living in Zongo communities?
For me, I don't think so. I don't think so. People want to have a good living. People are talking of unemployment in their communities and all that. People want very good healthcare centers. People want very good roads in the Zongo communities. People want very good schools. They should name those type of facilities. You understand what I'm saying? If they have done that, then that's a bit different thing. We'll give them credit where it's due. But they have failed. They have failed the people of the Zongo communities. And they will pay the price dearly come 2024 elections.
Oh,
yes. Me say, look, if you see even the imams and the pastors, I'm telling you the truth, the prayers, they are praying so hard that John Dramani Mahama should be elected come 2024. And for me, look, I did Umrah. I'm a very good Muslim. I'm a very good practicing Muslim. I went to Umrah in December last year. Just this December, just a few weeks ago. December 7th, I was in Umrah. And I swear, Medonyami, I have not lied just for the sake of lying. But Allah showed me a sign in my Umrah that John Dramani Mahama is coming back to power come 2024. I'm telling you the truth. Wallahi. And it's a fact. It will definitely happen. But at the end of the day, the spiritual aspect is there, but the physical aspect too has to be put in place. We must make sure that, like I said earlier, police the polling stations and the collation centers. Get your members, like I said earlier, 20 to 30 members in every polling station. Multiply them by 100. You are going to have 3,000 people. Get all of them at the collation centers.
I get that. Yes. But what can be to say 24?
At year 4, the policies of Yura John Dramani Mahama, 2025, will implement an answer or the banner at year 4 to say Uti in seminar. Yakoye say Abuchiri Amanone, near my air course or home say outsiders for no, and I say you hear countries like United States and other countries now 24-hour economy no a beer no more ever ne wo ho enti utim se utie nsem ya alaji de ababunti ya eti fortune se nsem no NDC for or model plans ne new strategy na pese eba eti for yentwa nsem so
our economy.
How
does it align with aspirations of more Zongo community now?
Oh yeah, but I mean, just like what John said earlier, he said, look, those who want to produce, even during the night, for instance, the electricity tariffs will be lower, isn't it?
Yes.
So assuming that somebody who operates a business, knowing well that during the day, his tariffs is going to go high, he will produce more in the night, isn't it? Exactly. You know, those who produce their pure waters and all that kind of, they'll produce more and have even double shifts. You understand? Instead of employing maybe about 10 people, they'll even double it to be 20. So for me, the 24 economy, it's in the right direction, and it will improve people's lives. You know, when we come back to power, there'll be so many employment for a lot of people. You know, so what John said, I mean, he's not going to fail the people of this great country of ours.
Beyond 24-hour economy, what kind infrastructure in the home ground? But in 2025, Mukunyes can free.
If Messi.
Already you call international marketer. We are diplomat. May I sure say when the ambassadors need to
I'm saying that it will come. You know, it's all about discipline. How you structure your economy. You know, and there's so much waste in this particular government. When you look at their budget and all that kind of thing, there's so much mass corruption. We're going to reduce that. Believe me, there's so many things that John will do for this.
What how many years they may reduce that?
Oh, yeah, it's it is rotting more than what? It will take some time, but Ghanaians will be better off at the end of the day having the NDC government come back to power.
Convincing. Because a bit taking some time.
No, am I a share? No, but I'm saying that look, I said earlier, look at what John did in 3 years.
Yes.
You understand what I'm trying to say? And I say, when John comes back to power, he's going to double what he did in 2012. In terms of infrastructure development, instead of putting monies in people's pockets and, you know, having our health centers in our Zongo communities all over the country and all that kind of thing. Look at today. Look at the mess. Even the Ministry of Health. Ministry of Health. Look how people can't even afford to even go to hospitals. They want to rely on some of the so-called herbal medicine because they feel that is cheaper for them. You know, medications, like I said earlier, it's very, very expensive. You know, people are dying. You know, and we are spending so much money foolishly. Instead of them buying dialysis machines, for instance. Look, why should we, I'll give you an example for dialysis machine. Why should it be only in Greater Accra?
Good question.
Why should it be? We should have dialysis machine in every single region. Have about 10 units in every single region. You have a dialysis machine. And these are some of the policies that John Dramani Mahama is going to bring when he comes to Akro Power in 2024. Why should somebody travel from the north just to come to Kolobu to have a dialysis machine? What's it called? Being operated.
Yeah.
It's wrong. We have 16 regions. Can't we have 10? 10. The waste that this government, the waste that they have, can't they even take those money? Look at the mess that the Black Stars have caused. Look at the budget that they gave the Black Stars. A quarter of those monies, believe me. Do you know how many machines, dialysis machines, it could buy for this country of ours and save people's lives at the end of the day? How many people? Even look at the cost of going for the treatment on the dialysis machine. It's so expensive. If you have to go 3 times a week, oh my God, something must be done. Other people will die at the end of the day. People cannot afford. Look, today I think it's about 500 Ghana cedis.
Yes, it is.
So if you're going to go 3 times a week, you are doomed. If you don't have financial support from your friends or families or whatever, we're fine. So government should look at these things, and I think that the best government that will look at these things is the NDC government. Oh, there's nothing. Oh, I see that they are finished. They are doomed. But is it not part of them? So what new is he going to bring come 2024, 2025? Nothing. He's a dead horse. He's a dead horse.
Bawumia, dead
horse. Yeah, a dead horse. What is he going to bring? What is he going to bring on board? You are part of the mess. You are part of the mess, and you were head of the economical team, isn't it? So what is he going to do new for this great country of ours? Nothing.
Of course.
That man, he just Missy, Oba retire.
Why are rebranding about
2024? Oba retire. We're going to retire him out of active politics totally.
Oh, out of active politics.
Oh, he'll be retired. Finish. He'll be finished. He'll be doomed. Even if he will lose these elections, and if he thinks that 2028 he wants to come back to lead the MPP, it won't happen.
Martina, who say Arab countries, Ebabe Tanechi.
Oh no.
Obabe Nyahwadibi. What to be?
I don't believe in that. I don't believe that. Look, everybody. At the end of the day,
is he loved in the Arab world?
I don't know that. I don't know what tour he made in the Arab countries, apart from the tour that he made in Saudi Arabia that we saw publicly. I don't know which other country that he went to. I didn't see him going to Egypt. I didn't see him going to Jordan. I didn't see him going to Lebanon. I didn't see him going to Morocco and all that kind of thing. So for me, it's not here nor there. At the end of the day, it's the contribution, from party members. We are relying on party members. Everybody. Every Dick and Harry will contribute his widow's mite financially. Everybody, whatever. If you have 10 CD here, you want to contribute into John Dramani Mahama's campaign fund, do it. At the end of the day, everybody does it. People go to funerals, and at the end of the day, you do contributions and all that. What's it called? Outdoorings and all that kind of thing. That's all politics at the end of the day. So everybody, we should contribute what we need to make sure that this party comes back to power come 2024. So I know our people are not going to disappoint us. Our imams are not going to disappoint us. Our pastors are not going to disappoint us at the end of the day. And the wind of change, like what happened in 2016 election, is exactly what is happening today.
Wow.
That wind of change is coming. Whether the MPP likes it or not, I don't care whatever they do. If they're going to do whatever ways and means that they think that Allah will accept their prayers this time, it wouldn't work.
Even when people are saying that, Bawumia is a key to opening the Arab world and getting them closer to come and support Ghana.
From where?
But
I know. I've been talking to our people sometimes. But from where? Like you said earlier, I don't see him there. So it's not somebody that they really like,
What's that?
Oh, I'm telling the truth.
What don't they like about him?
They don't like him. They don't like his personality and all that. They don't like the government particularly. Yeah, I'm telling you.
What about the government? That
I don't want us to go into details about it.
Final comment. Probably you go back to the earlier now kind of about what
yes. See, I want to appeal to our members of parliament. you know, especially the some of them. I'm not saying all, very few of them. You know, they should get everybody on board, and a lot of them should learn from the Haruna Idrisus, from the Okujatos, from the Sam George, from the Suhuinis, from Mutala, Mohammed and all. They should learn from those people. Look, politics is all about numbers at the end of the day.
Yo, what you for the most mojo brew daily update. After so comment section hoya modia notification bell no. Says a mobile click so ne anytime be around monsa aka Newz be edamase.